Hi everyone, this video is for Mr. Sidney Allen, who asked, when you say tribe, what is the nationality you go by, and how do you claim nationality back? So right here, I got this pamphlet from the Office of Federal Acknowledgement when I've been submitting documentation for them to put our names on the list of federally recognized tribes. So you can either write to them and ask them for this, or you can look it up. And we are, they have the criteria in here. It's in the middle of it. And they tell you what they want, what kind of documentation. So I've submitted court orders and birth certificates. I had to write up a history of the tribe and a brief statement of all the documentation. And then so these regulations are created by the Secretary of the Interior, and it's Part 83. So Section 1.2 of 25 CFR is the Secretary's authority to waive all process in the benefits of American Indians. And these are just copies of the original. I've done videos on this before, the originals. So these are exemplified. So every court within the United States has to give it full faith and credit. And you'll see here that we had already placed our facts on the record. And it says right here, defendant states he is an American Indian within territory. And then these are the most important parts of this order. And it says, defendant to provide proof of providing services to persons on the reservation. So we had stipulated where those reservation boundaries were prior to that order. And this right here is our process. It would take a really long time to actually go over it. Certified mail receipts for the president, the secretary, and the regional manager. So this was it was just our final claim of taking the state of California. So we had that on the record. They had their claims, I had my claims, and we pled no contest. So neither party can contest the facts. And the judge asked me, he tried to get me to take the plea back, and I said, why would I do that, Your Honor, when nobody's here to contest the facts? And so that's how we got that order to provide proof of providing services on the reservation. And then right here, you'll see proof of community service hours has been submitted and the matter is dropped. So my certificates of service done under the tribe's jurisdiction was accepted, which also proves an exchange. It was I wrote it up as a set off and adjustment of each other's claims, and because I am a chief within my territory, I wrote it up as credit towards their claims because I can't be charged. So this was my civil claim. Oh, that big stack, that was from my civil claim that I had. And then right here, Mr. Degena states parties have reached settlement. Plaintiff is awaiting for the orders. Plaintiff advised he may file dismissal. And so that's what I did, is I filed the dismissal because I didn't want to wait on them. But, so when I made the deal with the DA, is that, yeah, that's the thing, is that there was an attorney in the case. And that's who made the deal. The judge acted like a real judge and gave us our order. The only thing is that they tried to hide it because they didn't make a transcript of it or a recording. But luckily we have those court orders, and I did all my filings of the agreement, and I did a notice of accord and satisfaction with everything in there, that there was an agreement made, and that these are the instruments of approval from the Secretary of the Department of the Interior. And then proof of service to the Deputy Attorney General who was working on that case. And then the accord and satisfaction, the agreement, I had my claims. These are their accounts, these are my accounts, and then the approval according to these instruments. The parties accept the notice of accord with the respondent reserving the right to object and reserving all rights. And then acceptance will be final and estoppel upon deposit of community certificates of community service, which will credit and adjust the plaintiff's accounts, and transfer of allodial title of California territory to the respondent. And then that's the other stuff that I've been working on. But that's the most important part, that title has been transferred to the DA. Notice of acceptance is just basically stating the same thing. Statement of account, just a quick statement that I was crediting their account and they were transferring, assets were transferred. Case bond. And then certificates of community service done in the Kingdom of Hayah, Hawah, declared under penalty of perjury. And then I, Gabriel Marmaliki Henna, in the office of Chief Cornerstone, authenticate and verify this instrument. And then, so they accepted these for my community service done on the reservation. And so that was the notice of accord and satisfaction. And then I filed my dismissal. This is the one I show everyone because this is the only one that matters. So right here it says settlement, see notice of accord and satisfaction, see attached, end orders. And then it was granted. Clerk, they don't just give you a dismissal. Someone has to pay the filing fees, and this is a declaration that the state paid the filing fees, which they did under the court fee waiver. And then this is the settlement. Parties have reached settlement in case number 19T22272 as described in the notice of accord and satisfaction. Attached are the orders. This satisfies the plaintiff's claim in this case. California Territory is an American Indian reservation under the jurisdiction of the Kingdom of Hayah, Hawah. This matter is concluded. It may be dismissed. Declared under penalty of perjury. Proof of service. And then I directed it straight to the Attorney General with, again, the orders that you saw, that I'm an American Indian within territory, and that I was to provide proof of providing services on the reservation, and that proof has been submitted and accepted. The matter is dropped. And that is how I did it. I'm a special case. Not to be funny about being called a special case, but my process is not exactly according to CFR, but it does fall under the common law jurisdiction, which is described in Title 25. Title 25 is actually where you want to go and look up for claiming Native American status, and again Title 25 of CFR, which is the Code of Federal Regulations. And I think, no, I wanted to show one more thing that in this case, so I downloaded this off the Justia website, and we made it on the docket, the Office of Chief Cornerstone of the Kingdom of Hayah, Hawah, and that amicus right here, yeah, that it was denied, but it was still lodged on the docket, which is proper, and that's how it's supposed to be. And then it says that when it was filed. So that was in the appellate court, and the whole reason for all my other stuff is that I filed the amicus brief in the Supreme Court, and I was served by the the executive brief by the Department of Justice in response when I had served them my amicus. I'll just show that real fast. So I was served the executive brief, and I'm also on the certificate of service. Right there. But anyways, so that was just to answer your question about nationality and how I claimed it back, and that the president acknowledged us with the executive brief when I told him. I don't know how much more clearer than you can get, and that falls under certain common law doctrine that it becomes the supreme law of the land. It's in one of my other videos, but I'm just going to cut this short, and that was to answer your question. Thank you for your comment. All right. Bye.